You as an MBA student already know the importance of applying all of your skills on live projects and internships. But what if I tell you in this video that there is something which is much more impactful and much more fruitful for you than an internship or a live project? What would your answer be? And what if I say to you that it is 5x, 5 times more impactful than a standard internship or a live project which you may do in your MBA? In this video, I will be sharing with you about what exactly it is and how it is different and far ahead from any internship experience. And believe you me, only a very few MBA students know about this, and those who know about it, they use it really well to not only gain good experience but also to get good money. Hence, that's what I'll be speaking to you. Hi, I'm Darpan Saxena, an MBA graduate from IIM Udaipur, and let's get on with the video. So that one thing which is much important, much more important, and much more bigger than what an internship and what a life project can do for you in your MBA, that one thing, I'll not wait further, I'll just reveal it to you. That one thing is called freelancing, or if in other words I should say that it is global consulting. I always call freelancing as global consulting because of the fact that you as an MBA student, you as an MBA would be consulting clients around the world. I mean, as a freelancer, as a global consultant, you will be working with clients around the world from the US, the UK, and where not. Therefore, the impact of when you start to see yourself as a freelancer, as a global consultant, you will have a worldwide impact than what it is going to be when you see yourself as an intern or somebody who's seeking a live project. Now, my objective is to help you understand step by step that why am I saying that freelancing, if you as an MBA student can pick up freelancing, it is going to drastically change the kind of outcomes you have. Here are my reasons. The reason number one, and allow me to go to my screen. So on this side, let me talk to you about freelancing, okay, which is global consulting. I call it global consulting. And on the other side, let me talk to you about any internship or live project which you may do in your MBA. Now, what you need to understand that why a freelancing is much ahead of an internship. Now, I'll explain it to you step by step. So the first thing which you need to see is that how do you get an internship and how do you get a freelancing assignment? If I first talk to you about internship or a live project, what happens is that usually organizations come to your school or they float certain projects at your B school, and then you probably have to just appear for a very casual interview. So here what I would say is that the entire experience of getting an internship is through a very casual interview where the interview is very low stakes and not much is being asked in that interview, and that guy is probably already impressed by the fact that you are MBA, and he anyways has to hire a few students from there. So hence the interview is a very casual one. Whereas when we talk about freelancing, when we talk about something as big as freelancing is not a casual interview at all. In fact, freelancing is almost like doing a sales pitch, a very hard knock, a very hardcore sales pitch, which also means something else, that when you are seeing a freelancing is giving you sales skills. You've got to be confident in your skills, and then you also have to go out and sell your skills to somebody. You need to sell the idea that yes, you can do their work. Hence, the biggest thing, which is the starting point of why I say that a freelancing or a global consulting will bring you much ahead of anyone else who's doing an internship or a live project in your MBA, is that it teaches you great sales skills. You will be able to sell your skills. For you to get a freelancing assignment, you have to learn the art of sales, and that is why it makes it much more fruitful for you, because just by trying to get an freelancing assignment, you will have to do sales, and that in itself, even if you don't get a freelancing assignment, the beauty is even if you don't get a freelancing assignment, you learn this very important concept of sales, which is very important for any MBA student. Now the second point is an extension of this, that how do they see you as, what do they perceive you as? If I were to talk to you about the internship, then they are basically perceiving you as a MBA student. Your perception is that, hey, we've got to pick up some MBA students from a good MBA college so that they can help us in our work. Whereas when you're going in as a freelancer or as a global consultant, your perception, even if you're an MBA student, is not of an MBA student, but it is of an expert, or what I call as a MBA practitioner. Therefore, what you need to understand is that as soon as you choose to become a freelancer who will get paid for his or her skills, you realize that you're changing your perception out in the industry from just an MBA student to somebody who is a practitioner. And I have an entire community of MBA students to whom I talk about that how can you make that transition from MBA students to an MBA practitioner. If you want to join that, the link of it is down in the description. So that is the idea, that your perception is going to completely change when you're a freelancer as opposed to when you are an MBA student. Now that implies one more thing, that implies one very important thing, that what is going to be the perception of your working relationship at your live project or at your freelancing assignment. Now, if I were to talk to you about it, what is the kind of equation which you have with the organization when you are doing a live project or an internship, then you need to know that there the equation is more of a mentor-mentee relationship. That the idea is that your reporting guy, the one to whom you are reporting, is more like your mentor, who's supposed to instruct you, who's supposed to explain you about the work, and you are a mentee below them. Whereas this thing is not the same when you're doing a freelancing assignment, because in a freelancing or in a global consulting assignment, what is happening is that the equation is actually a very collaborative experience. It's a collaborative equation, it's a collaborative relationship, that both of you, the client, your client and you, are at the same stage, and in fact the client has hired you because he probably sees you as an expert, or if not even as an expert, he sees you as somebody who's brighter than he is or she is, and you are somebody who's a practitioner. As I explained, that you're probably a practitioner, you're seen as a practitioner, and hence it is a collaborative experience where the two of you will come together and help solve a business problem of his or her. So this is a difference. I hope that up till now you can clearly see that how suddenly when you make a choice of not doing only live projects and internships, and when you make the choice of doing freelancing, then how your game gets completely elevated, your perception gets completely elevated. And as you keep on doing more of such freelancing assignments, and even if tomorrow you have to go in for your interviews, a job interview, even then your perception as a candidate is much ahead, much above others who have always just thought about doing internships. That is the idea. So now from this second point, which I said that your equation in these two things is not the same, I'll extend it to the fourth thing, the fourth reason why doing freelancing and global consulting will put you much ahead than doing internship. The fourth reason for this is very simple, that now it's about the work you do, and what I'm explaining you would have already experienced it if you would have been in an internship or a live project, that the work which you do is more about instruction based, that you will get a lot of instructions from everyone. You will get instructions that what you have to that what you have to simply go ahead and execute. So so it is instructions based, and you've got to only execute. That is the idea. That is why probably that organization is hiring interns from your school, so that they can have an army of MBA students. Again, the second point, that the perception of you is of an MBA student. The objective of that organization is to hire an army of MBA students who can help them execute the work. Whereas if we talk about freelancing, this game will change. In freelancing, the kind of work equation which you'll have is not only about instruction based, or it's not just to execute. In fact, your work responsibility includes that how can you strategize and execute. So execution is still there. Execution is crucial. You need to get good at execution. But what it adds as your work responsibility when you're a freelancer is that you also have to strategize, because in this case, the client is hiring you as a practitioner, the client is hiring you as an expert, and therefore you also have the responsibility to strategize the work, to apply your mind, which I'm sure is what a bright MBA student, which is the way you are, always aspire to. That you aspire to build strategies, and that is the opportunity which you get in freelancing assignments. And from there, the fifth and the last point, which completely steals the deal, which completely makes it win in the case of freelancing, that because the kind of work which you need to do in a freelancing assignment is of much higher quality, is probably of strategizing, of creation, of applying your mind. Therefore, the kind of remuneration which you earn from this is much higher. In fact, if you are a global consultant, it could even be in US dollars. So you'll earn a significant amount for the same kind of work which you will do as you would do in an internship. Or in fact, here the quality of work is much ahead of what you get offered in a live project or in an internship. And whereas if I say the same thing about the internships, then what happened in an internships is this one simple thing, that obviously, because the job which you need to do is very mundane, hence the amount which you will get paid is also pretty average, and you might not really enjoy it as well. So from these 5 points of both of these things, you will realize that when we are talking about freelancing is offering you not only quality work, which is collaborative and strategizing and all of those things, it is also helping you learn some great skills. Firstly, the sales of skills, the skill of sales, and the skills of whatever work you have to do for them. And at the end of it, it leaves you with great skills, with great experience, and with good pesa. Whereas in an internship and in a live project, what I've usually seen is that students are left feeling very exploited, that hey, we had to work like laborers on very stupid, idiotic tasks as small as sharing our post on the social media and uploading this article on our blog or something of that sort. Small things which are not even requiring your MBA skills. And obviously, because the work is like that, that is the kind of skills which you will sharpen, and probably that is how you will get paid as well. So in this video, my objective was to help you understand that this one secret, this one thing of freelancing, or the way you should see it is as not as freelancing but as global consulting, this one thing can significantly put you ahead of anyone else in your MBA. And if you can start this off right now, then it is going to make a great impact. Now, how do you start this off? 2 very simple ways. I do weekly live classes wherein for free I teach certain principles and secrets of how you can get started with a journey during your MBA, through which you can get any career outcome you want, be it on-campus placements, off-campus placements, be it freelancing, or be it even starting your own startup. In that live class, I talk to you about the strategies of ensuring that you are able to do all of that. Or the other way is that you can straight away join my community, in which I teach my students every week about all of these things, as well as I have my courses which will help you get started with this journey right now, even if you have no skills at all. So if you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one. Thanks a lot and goodbye.